Hi, my name is Tamara and I'm here to share a chair flow yoga practice with you. So for today, I recommend you grab a strap. It could be a yoga strap. And if you don't have a yoga strap, it can be a sash on a belt, or like for a robe, or you can use a hand towel, or just anything that'll give you a little bit of length. I'm going to face sideways today to give you a different view, but you can certainly face toward the camera, whatever's comfortable. But do set up your sturdy chair in front of your mat and allow your mat to be horizontal behind it. And you can put down the strap for now and come to sit in the chair. And then sit tall in the chair, so rather than sinking back, we're a little bit more active. Allow the backs of the hands to rest onto the thighs, and we'll connect the thumb and the index finger. This is called Kyana Mudra, which just invites a peaceful, meditative space for breathing. So start with a sense of grounding. So I would recommend being barefoot, or if you have socks on, they should be the non-slip kind. But draw your attention to the soles of the feet and feel them heavy against the floor below. Draw a breath up the front of the body. Let it out through an open mouth. And wherever we exhale, we feel the shoulders get heavy, and we feel a heaviness beneath the sitting bones. And the energy rolls down the legs and into the feet. Bring another breath up the front of the body, in through the nose. Exhale, grounding, so we feel the shoulders lower, the shoulder blades sliding down, softness in the seat, and we feel both feet connecting to the ground a little bit more. So let's complete this process 2 or 3 more times, lifting the breath up. Exhaling to ground through the shoulders, through the sitting bones, through the thighs, down the legs and into the feet. And we notice the chin got lower. Bring a breath up the front of the body. Surrender the shoulders, the sitting bones, backs of the thighs. The breath rolls down the legs and into the feet. Chin is heavy. So one more like that. Bring the breath up the front of the body, in through the nose. Heavy release, grounding. So bringing the head back to center, flutter the eyes open, and just observe how a little bit of breathing can make a change in the body, and a little bit of grounding. So from there, let's put our hands on the edges of the seat and lean forward so that we can come to standing. And we just do kind of a loose side to side. So let the arms go left to right. Let the knees soften and bend with you. As feels natural. Maybe allowing the hands to touch the body when we turn. So we're letting the torso now move with our turn. And then get a little slower until we come back to center. And then from standing, bring the hands together. Interlace the hands inside out so the thumbs and pinkies are touching and the arms lift up. And let the arms lower down by our sides. The hands rise to reconnect in prayer. Interlace and press the palms away and the arms lift overhead. Exhale as the arms lower down. And one more time, the hands connect in prayer in front of the heart. Interlace and lift the hands overhead. And release. So as we're sitting the hips back, we find the hands on the front of the chair and have a sit down. Let the left hand be resting on the thigh and the right hand is coming up to the shoulder, and we'll wing the left elbow up and back. As I realize this is my right elbow. We'll do both sides. Back. And let the right hand rest onto the thigh. Bring the left fingertips up to the left shoulder. And when you're ready to inhale, the left shoulder lifts. Left elbow up, back, and down. Up. Exhaling down. And one more time. Good. Release the hands to be holding on to the chair, and as we lean in, lift the right knee up. Put the foot down and look up. As we lean in, lift the left knee toward the nose, and then look up. So we'll go side to side like that a couple of times. And the sensation should be in the abdominals. So we arch and around, lifting the knee to nose. One more onto each side. Both feet down, lean forward to lift up to standing, and the arms rise up from our sides. And the hands lower to the heart. Interlace the hands, soften the knees as we do a deeper scoop. Lifting the hands up into arching mountain and releasing the arms down by our sides. Again, soften the knees, arms lift from our sides, we rise. Hands lowering down to the heart. Interlace, having another deep bend. The hips will remain above the knees to keep the knees safe. Release the arms down, and we're reaching the hands to find the front edges of the chair and sitting back. Bring our left hand under the left thigh, right arm forward, and as we inhale, we're sweeping the right arm back and following it with our eyes. And when you exhale, the arm sweeps forward and across. Follow your breath, and the left hand can come to the inner thigh for support. The outer thigh. One more time, open it up. Hand down, feet open a little bit wider than your hips, and slide the hands down, the hips go back, and we're in forward fold. The head is heavy. Again, activating the grounding so our hips get heavy. We feel a connection of the feet to the ground. Shoulders are soft. And from here, with the hands anywhere on the shins, just lift up halfway. Big breath here. And exhale, folding down again. So doing this move a few times, inhale up halfway. And release. Last time down. And when we're down here and the head is hanging free, let the head turn toward the left shoulder and then toward the right. Let's go side to side a couple of times. Come to center and rise up. And bring the feet back together. And now we'll bring the right hand onto the right thigh, the left arm forward. Sit tall. And as we inhale, the left arm goes into the back space. Following it with our eyes as it comes back to center and across. And the right hand can move between the inner thigh and the outer thigh to give you a little bit of support in your twist. One more time. Good. Bring the hand back. Lean forward and lift up off the chair. Okay, so now we're going to come behind the chair and you'll put your hand on the back of the chair and be standing with feet hip distance apart. Putting the weight into your left foot, just lift the right knee up. Having the hand underneath the thigh, rotate the ankle outward and inward. The standing leg, that knee should be soft. Good. Bringing the right hand to the inner thigh, open the knee out to the side. Guide it forward and down. All right, we're going to do that same thing the other way. So I'm going to turn around. Right hand is on the chair. Feet are hip distance apart. Putting the weight to the right foot, we lift the left knee up now. And the hand will support underneath the thigh. Rotate the left ankle outward and inward. And then we'll take our left hand into the inner thigh. So we're inviting the knee to open out to the side. Bring it back to center and the foot comes down. And then we'll turn to face the back of the chair and allow the feet to step open wider than the chair. And let's have our right foot pointing toward the top of the mat. So we're setting our feet for a warrior two. The right knee is aligned over our ankle. And we could draw a line from the right heel to the back heel. And if you look at the back foot, the heel should be a little further back than the toes. Good. So you can choose to keep the left hand on the chair as we bring the right arm out, or take both hands off the chair. Warrior two. straighten the front knee as the arms rise up, or maybe you still have one arm on the chair. Lower in. Rise up. Lower in. Good. Bring the hands onto the chair, and we'll bring that right foot back in so that we could bring a warrior two to the other side. So turn the left foot to be perpendicular to the back of the mat and let the knee align over the ankle. And then we let the back heel be further back than the toes. Good. A full warrior two would have both arms extended at shoulder height, arms active, shoulders relaxed. Belly engaged, pelvic floor engaged. As you're ready, we'll begin to pump the warrior. If you need support, the right hand comes to the chair, and if not, we just lift the arms up by the ears as the left knee straightens, and then sink back into warrior two. Coming up again. One more time. Bring the hands back to the chair and bring the left foot back, and then bring the feet back together. Okay. Left hand is on the chair. And for this one, I would bring the chair just a little bit more toward the front of the mat. Okay, so we start in a mountain pose. Feet hip distance apart. The right knee rises. The right leg is stretching back as the left knee starts to bend, and we reach back here for a warrior one. And when we look down, we notice our feet are hip distance apart. So you should be able to see your back foot coming out to the side a little bit. Good. Inhale, the right arm rises. The heart lifts. Good. And as we come forward, the left knee is straightening and the right arm comes down for a breath. Coming back up, the left knee bends and the right arm lifts us. So we're moving in between warrior one and pyramid pose. Lifting out of the front knee so it's to a micro bend and the right arm is lowering. It might come to the ground, might not. One more time. Lift up. If your hand doesn't come to the ground, bring the hand to the hip. Bend the left knee. Rise up. And then we bring that right knee up and the foot to come down. Okay. So to do the other side, you're just going to bring the chair more to the back of the mat and turn to the other way. Right hand is on the chair. We start in mountain pose. Left knee up. Left leg back for warrior one. Right knee is bending. Once you're in position, left arm lifts up, coming into a warrior one with a heart expansion. And then as the hips go back, the right knee is straightening to a micro bend and we're lowering down. Either with a straight arm or the left hand can be on the hip. Right knee bends as we lift up to warrior one. Heart expands upward, hips back, and lowering into pyramid pose. Right knee bends, and we'll lift to warrior one more time. Bring the left hand to the hip. Lean in and allow the left knee to rise and the foot to come down. Okay. So I invite you to come and sit back on the chair. If you have water at any time, if you think you need a break, have a sip. Okay. So now, when we're sitting on the chair, pick up your strap. And first we're going to do a stretch for the arms. So take your strap and do a single wrap on each hand, like that. And then bring it up overhead and sit tall. So you want to have like a Y shape with your arms, so they come out wide, pulling out to the sides and lower the shoulders. Engage the navel. And while pulling to the sides, just tip out to the right a little bit and look up to the left. The head should feel easy and loose. Come to center, lower the hands down for a moment, just for a break before the other side. Up they go. Give a pull and tip it out to the left. You want to feel your shoulder blades lowering. Your belly button is engaged. And the neck is an extension of the spine, so be aware if your ear is hanging down, it might cause discomfort. So you can get rid of that double wrap on the hands and just bring the strap underneath your right foot. Okay? And walk your hands up to wherever you need so that you've got the ability to lift your leg without falling out of the chair. Left foot is rooted on the ground. Lift the right leg up. Sit tall. And then just kind of pull toward you. So the inner elbows are facing up. Give a pull, so this activates the biceps. And we're just kind of engaging the leg back toward the hip. Lift the chest. This is an isometric strength exercise. And then release. Take the right hand onto both pieces of the strap, sit tall, and start to lift the leg again, but not with the whole pull. This time, we're going to let the leg out to the right. So you're not pulling yet, your leg is doing everything to hold itself up. But now, back to the bicep. The inner arm is facing up. And it's a bicep curl. We're lifting our leg and lowering it, lifting it, lowering it, and one more time. Bring that leg back to center. Put the strap in your lap for a moment. Come forward. Interlace the hands behind you if you can. If not, your strap will allow you to have a similar movement. Squeezing the shoulder blades. Shake out the hands. And we'll take the strap under the left foot now. Sit tall and get your left leg up in line with the hip. And we're holding either side of the strap in such a way that we can sit tall. So find your adequate length. Inner elbows face up. Take an inhale. Exhale, bicep curls. You're just lifting your leg, maybe a little, or pulling it just in toward the hip. Let's do that like 2 or 3 times. If you're lifting the leg, you're enjoying some stretch. Okay, lower the leg, let go of the strap. Left hand takes both parts of the strap and the right hand is on the hip. Let the leg do the lifting. The hand is not doing the work here. Let the leg come out to the side. Inner elbows facing up. And we'll bicep curl now out to the side. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Lower. Lift. And lift. Good. Let that go. Feet are a little bit wider than the hips. Interlace the hands behind again. And if you'd like, you can add coming halfway down or even more and letting the hands lift behind you. If you're unable to get lift, remember the strap is here to give you a little more range of motion if needed. Putting the strap in between the hands. Coming up on an inhale. Good. Let's take now our right ankle onto the left thigh. We start sitting tall, and each time we exhale, just kind of lean forward with the heart. When you inhale, you can rise up just a little bit, but keep that grounding action, drawing forward, feeling heavy. Sensation should be here on the right hip, on the external hip rotators. Coming up on an inhale. Lean forward and rise up. Walking to the back of the mat. So we're going to counter pose a little bit by bringing the left hand onto the back of the chair. Feet are hip distance apart. And we're going to lift the right foot, the right knee, and reach the hand for the front of the ankle or the foot. If that's not happening, remember the strap's available. You can just bring it over the front of the foot and then have that lengthener. Left knee is soft as we're leaning forward. And there's really 2 ways to have this stretch. If you have the heel close to the body, feels one way. If you allow the leg to open up wide, it's slightly different. Okay. Come back to the chair, sit down. Bring the left ankle onto the right thigh. So ideally the foot is flexed, but if that's not possible, it's fine. That would just be full expression. Supporting the knee with your hand if you need to. And there's a seated pigeon pose, so same as the other side. Lead forward with the heart. And take your time to get there, especially if your hips are tight. You might just go a little bit each breath. Coming up on an inhale, let the foot come down, rise up off the chair, and then we'll walk around to the back to have the quad stretch now for the left hip. So the right hand will hold the chair. We're standing to the left of the chair a little bit. Put the weight to the right foot. Left knee rises, and we bring the hand to the front of the ankle. And then the knee comes down next to the other knee. Right knee softens. Now we're ready. Bring the left knee back. And choose if you want to have the heel close. That's the quad stretch. Or if you want to kick the foot way back, that's the dancer. Okay, come sit down again. Bring the left arm over to the right leg. Tuck the right arm behind the back. If that's not available, just hold on to the chair. Grounded through the feet. Each inhale rises up through the tailbone. And when you exhale, you feel your right shoulder giving a little bit more into the back space. Next lengthening inhale. Just as soon as the right shoulder draws back a little, we'll exhale to bring our head to turn left. And release. Bring the hips back to center, feet open a little bit. Exhale, fold. Palms facing up if you can get the hands down to the ground. hands come to the thighs so we could rise up again. And then we'll have that twist to the other side. So bringing the right arm over to the left thigh, and it presses against the outer thigh for a little bit of leverage. Come a little bit forward in the chair if you're going to be doing the tuck behind the back. Otherwise, you have the hand on the back of the chair. Press the low back toward the arm. Bring your breath up through the spine. And then a little turn, the left shoulder yielding into the back space. We take a few more breaths like that, lengthening the spine and feeling the chest and the shoulder moving into the back space. A little more. Next time we come up, inhale all the way up to the crown of the head. Exhale, turn. And then our head turns right. Release. And fold down the front of the body and just hang loose one more time. And then rise up. Bring the soles of the feet now to be in line with the hips. Reconnect the feet to the ground. The left palm faces up. The right palm lands on top. And the thumbs touch. So here's the hand gesture. And this rests right here in the lap. Close the eyes. Reconnect with your sense of grounding. So with each exhale, we feel the shoulders get a little heavier. The thighs connecting to the seat. The feet connecting to the earth. Having easy, equal breath in and out through the nose. So I invite you now to deepen your breath and to find ourselves sitting taller in our seats. Bring movement into the fingers. Rotate the wrists. Rotate the ankles and move the toes. And then bring the hands to the heart center. Let's have 3 deep cleansing breaths together here at heart center. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale. 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 And then we lift the hands up to the forehead just to take a moment to feel gratitude. Being grateful for the internet so that we can share these yoga practices with each other and remain connected. So the light in me honors the light in you. And thank you so much for tuning into this video and letting me guide you in Chair Flow Yoga. My name is Tamara Ronkin, and my web address is www.mindbodynow.com. Come check me out for more videos or to join one of my live stream classes. Thank you. Bye. And have a great day.